Hello everyone, Neil Smith, the Dandy DJ here in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. It's been a rainy day all day, but it's springtime and it's clearing up now. And maybe a couple hours here, the front yard will dry out enough to where I can mow it. But that's not the reason I'm making this video now. I've got some new gear I want to unbox and test with you, give you my real world interaction with it as I experience it. Okay, you ready? Okay, here we go. Emmylou, that's not the equipment. I got her in Bakersfield, California, by the way. Here's what I got. Not one. Hi, Evan.
Hello.
But I got two of them. The JBL EON ONE line array system. And it's only 40 pounds. The column breaks into 3 parts and stores into the base, and I'm hoping that these are going to save my back a whole lot of misery from having to deal with tripod stands, keeping tripod stands nice, lifting this stuff over my head, and trying to plug all the stuff in while it's on top of the poles, and making the poles look nice, and all that gobbledygook hopefully is a thing of the past now. We'll know as soon as I unbox these and test them, and I've got a couple of events this week. One is a special needs prom, and that's on Thursday, and I donate my services to that one every year. Not telling you how awesome of a guy I am, but it's also it's a kind of a small gathering I donate to each year. It's a good cause, but I usually, when I have something new coming out, sometimes I'll use that as my first real world test. Better to do it there than someplace where someone's dropping a bunch of money on me. And then I got a wedding on Saturday I'm hoping to use these for. So I'll test them out here at the Dandy DJ Laboratories all week and break them out at that special needs prom. And then hopefully, if everything looks good, I'll use them at the wedding. So let's see. Let's pull these things out, unbox them, and see what we've got. Okay, let's see what we got here. First, I want to give a big shout out to Devin and his team over at Guitar Center in Nashville on Thompson Lane. There's also another one on Moores Lane, which is really awesome. But I found these for a great price. Stop that, Evan. That's my boy, Evan. Anyway, stop that. Anyway, I found these for a great price online somewhere, and they price matched it out the door. And I was very happy about that, and I didn't have to wait for it to be shipped. I could just get this and go for it. So here's the outside of the box, the way it comes. Legendary JBL Heritage, blah, 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 and stuff. It does have Bluetooth. It says it has a 6-channel mixer, which is complete bull pucky. It has a 2-channel mixer, and then you can plug your iPod or whatever in over there, or auxiliaries. So 6 channels is pushing it. System specs there, and then this side is just the pretty side, I guess. So I'm going to open these things up here, and we're going to see what we've got. Hopefully we'll have a dance party. Oh. And we'll have something for this kid, some music, so this kid can actually dance. All right. Since my boy Evan here really wants to do something and really wants to help, by the way, these boxes are open, and that's because the guy at Guitar Center opened them up and inspected them for me, to make sure that they were in good condition before he let them go out the door. That's why they're open. So, Evan, why don't you open the top of that box, and we'll do that right now. Okay, so let's see what we've got in here. Okay, we open it. Okay, go ahead and pull that top piece off. So easy, a 7-year-old can do it. Okay, toss that on the ground. Not too crazy. Gently. Oh, you're a violent young man. Okay, everything's kind of in plastic here.
What? Keep away from children.
Keep away from children. I try to keep away from children as much as I can. It hasn't been working out so good. So okay, here it is. You see the pieces of the column here, and it comes with a power cable. And quite honestly, that appears to be it. So let's see. I'm gonna try and see if I can lift this out with one. Can you lift it out with one hand? It's 40 pounds. You know what I think is really amazing is that hand
51 pounds.
51. Okay. What I think is amazing is this thing takes all the punishment of lifting up like that. It's just this little latch right here. So that means that latch has to be really, really well made, and it feels well made. It feels solid. It's like that. Solid speaker stuff. So that latch is pretty much really has to have some. Okay, I'm gonna try and get it out of here myself. Here, 1, 2, 3. Pull the box away. Pull the box away. Pull the box away. Pull the box. Pull the box. Let the box go inside. Oh! And there it is. So those pictures of that you see online of the little 140-pound lady carrying that in one hand. Yeah, I think she's putting on a smile. That's definitely marketing because, I mean, it's 40 pounds. I mean, it's got some weight, and that's all there is in the box. I mean, I'll stand like this and lift it sideways. Yeah, I do it like that. It's all right. I mean, glad to not be lifting it over my head. I've got the rolling cover cases coming, and when that happens, my plan is for that to stay on the rolling base at all times. And the only time I'll ever be lifting it is when I'm sticking it on stairs. Okay. Hey, Evan, how about you want to put this thing together? You want to play in the box, don't you?
No, I'm just trying to get this.
You want to try and ship yourself to Grandma? All right. Here's what I want to do. I want to see. Whoa! Ow! Ow! All right. That smacks against the back of the. Okay, Evan. Here's what I want you to do. This looks like about maybe a 10-foot cable in here. We'll see that for later. Okay, I want you to pull those columns out, and I want you to stack them up. Pull one of the ones on the end. Okay, pull that out. I want to see if a 7-year-old can do this. Okay, plug it in right there.
Does it go this way?
I think it goes like that. And push it in from the top. Make sure it's nice and secure. Okay, now pull the other one from the end. Don't wiggle it too much. Another one from the end. And plug that in. Make sure that's right. Yep, that looks right. Wait. Get it lined up better. Whatever you do, don't drop it. Okay. Now from the tippy top, from the very top, here and then there's the very, very top right there. Can you? Oh, you might not be tall enough, Evan. Let me have this. This is the one with the speakers in it, and I'm gonna try and put that one in with one hand. Oops. It's a little tough, but these are new, mind you. Watch your fingers. I don't want this to hurt you. Hold this camera, and here, I want you to get this in the frame, okay? Because if I hurt myself terribly, I want to know how to sue JBL.
So there's the strong man.
Okay, now
Right
this is
there.
really, really tight. Now, my understanding, a lot of complaints I've heard online about these units is that they're very, very tough when you first get them. And this is definitely the case here. This is very, very tight. And one guy even said as he was pulling it apart, he hit himself in the face and had to go get stitches because he messed himself up so bad. So I think this might be tough to get apart, but right now they are locked into place.
Here, let me do it for you.
Okay. And come on out here front. Come out here in the front and get the whole thing in here. And here you have it. This is one of the JBL ones. I'm going to carry this puppy inside. Now I'm going to try and see how easy it is to break apart. You got a good picture there still?
Yep.
I'm going to see how easy it is to take apart. Now this is very, very stiff. And I'm assuming this is going to get easier to handle as time goes by. rock it back and forth here. So I can only take a second. Yeah, this is gonna loosen up as time goes by. It's already getting easier, but so I'm not too worried about that. And then I'm gonna stick that in the base here, because it's all about that base.
It's all about the base, no trouble. It's all about the base, no trouble. It's all about the base, no trouble. It's all about the base,
Okay, those videos that you see where they're just easily just pulling them out, sticking them together, taking them apart, that is all Hollywood, folks. Total Hollywood.
Woo! Hollywood, bitch! Woo!
So,
Woo!
you probably don't want to believe all of that hype now. I'm having a little trouble figuring out which way to stick these things in here. There. That's it. Trying to stick it in the back here. I'm having a little trouble getting this thing figured out. Okay, it's got... Yeah, I'll try this one. Huh. I apparently need to get the hang of this. Okay, well, I am having a time getting this back into the base. I don't know what the deal is. I gotta assume it goes in like that's got to be the correct way. It's just got to be. Yeah, that's got to be it. I'm just doing something wrong here. Well, it came out of there like that.
Who in the world is this man? He looks crazy trying to do something. Whoa.
I was doing it wrong, folks. I was doing it wrong. You have to put the end with the connections in down, and the end that look how tough this stuff is to get out. That's why they put this here, so you have a little footrest. Ugh. I think this is the one that probably went and hit the guy in the face, and he had to go get stitches. You'll see that review online somewhere. You have to see the connection end. There's a little thing, and then that goes over that. So that's why I was having trouble figuring it out. And, I'll get it. There we go. I think. Not completely sure.
I've been holding this camera for almost 9 minutes.
I know you have. It's because I'm trying to figure this thing out. Daddy could possibly be a dodo. It is just possible that your daddy is a dodo. I am having a terrible time getting these things to sit down there. I'm going to have to make a chart for myself or something. Okay, well, they're in there. They seem to be rattling around loose. Okay, I am having a terrible time figuring out how to get these things down into the base. I'm going to work on this, and I'll get back with you, okay? Bye! Okay. You're going to bust your butt there. Okay, I figured it out. You set them in there, and they just sit there kind of loosely. The one in the middle with the speakers in it locks down pretty good, but the spacers are, hang on, are very loosey-goosey. But I figured out that it's okay, because what happens is when you pull this thing over, it has a little rubber strip right there, and it puts pressure on them and locks them into place. So now you see they're nice and solidly in there, and there's the back of it. Okay, so all good. I'll pull that in the house and get some good testing done on it. What do you say, Evan?
Awesome.
All right, I got this thing hooked up here. I got them both going here in my living room. And I hooked up my MP3 player here by Bluetooth. It was super, super easy. Paired right up. Now the thing is, you can only pair to one of them, and they won't pair to each other. So in other words, you choose, if you're going to go Bluetooth, you choose which one to go to. And you pair with that one. And then you got to do it with a cable. So I'm going to try and find out some other solutions. But okay, so anyway, so fairly easily, let's see here. I probably ought to turn on a flash so you can see this stuff better. All right, so here's what I got going on. The only output on this, I'm paired up by Bluetooth right there. Now, you have no tone control on Bluetooth, zero whatsoever, at least from like an MP3 player. My MP3 player, I tried going in the EQ settings, different tone controls, things like that. It didn't do a single thing, but they sound great anyway. That's with Bluetooth. If you go into the XLR inputs, you can, stuff like that, and you come through a mixing board, of course, you should be able to do that. But anyway, the only way to get out of this thing, if you wanted to daisy chain two of them together, are these phono jacks right here. So I had to run down to my little local music store, Concert Music Supply in Murfreesboro, and I got this thing, two phono jacks. I only got it hooked up to one because I only do mono. And then it goes over here into two XLRs. Well, I could do stereo in, but I only run mono, and that worked really well. So I got it, right there. That works excellent. Now, you always want two to make sure you have a backup, so it's good that this has two. I run in mono, so here's my backup right here. So if one half busts, what I'll probably do is just split that cable. You have two of them. I can always attach more XLRs. But anyway, that's where I'm at. I'm loving these things so far. Absolutely loving them. It's a little annoying that that's the only way I can daisy chain, and I can only Bluetooth to one. I can't pair them to each other. It's a little annoying, but I'm going to find a workaround for that. I'll figure it out. My goal is to eventually be wireless. Plop them down, be wireless, and off to the races. But I think I'm in a place right now where I'm not even going to hesitate to use them at Thursday's special needs prom. And then at the wedding on Saturday, I'll have to scope it out a little bit more, the venue just a little bit more. But I think these guys are ready to rock. Loving the EON One. I'm going to go ahead and rate it right now on a scale from 1 to 10. Drawbacks being the poor ability to daisy chain them, the fact you can't Bluetooth them together when it has Bluetooth capability. I'm going to knock probably 1 point off for that. For what it is and what it does, I got to give this thing a solid 9. I really do. 9 point. 9 out of 10. JBL EON One, I'm loving it. Loving it, loving it, loving it. Okay, this is Neil Smith, Dandy DJ and Photo Booth. If it deserves to be celebrated, it deserves to be. What does it deserve to be, Evan?
10.
That's right. Check out my new book, Pick a Perfect Wedding DJ, on Amazon, and also the Wedding DJ Bible, also on Amazon. You stay dandy now. All right, Neil Smith, the Dandy DJ here. And it is prom season! Yay! Prom 2017. Got my projections going on up there. They look a lot better in person. But, hey, got my brand new speakers, my JBL EON Ones going on back there. Got one over there and one over there. Honestly, I only need one because it's a fairly small room here. But I just wanted to show you what I had going on tonight. And I'm loving these speakers. They are just amazing. Save my back a lot, and they sound great. And I just did a mic test, and they're very resistant to feedback. They've got them there on their rolling cases right there. So they're just going to live on those for the rest of their lives. And just break them down, pack them up, roll them right away. Happy guy. Anyway, it deserves to be celebrated, and it deserves to be Dandy DJ and Photo Booth.